Hello, and welcome aboard a watch party edition of the Gallant Says podcast. I'm Paul Gallant. In case you don't know who I am, I've been blabbing about Houston sports for most of the past 15 years. We got a Texans that's 0-3. We got a Titans that's 0-3. We've got a bit of a toilet bowl on our hands. Let's watch it all together, whether on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, or on X and Twitter. Let's do this thing.
A radio show host in Seattle called Paul Gallant.
Paul Gallant's wondering the same things a lot of people are.
You are definitely living in the hindsight world today, Paul.
Do you feel there's been a consistent theme with the interceptions?
I think every interception really has a different story.
I was just kind of curious what Paul gets to see.
Paul Gallant, what the hell is wrong with you?
What is up? Want to play a little music before we get this thing started? How about a little Clay Walker to get us in the right kind of mood?
Well, it's finally here. I've been waiting all week just to kick this thing off. I've been rocking away on the edge of my seat. Now I'm ready to roll. Here they come to mix things up. Bet your boots they ain't tough enough. Let's get ready to root for our team. All you Texans, get up and scream.
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play. We got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. I really want some. Oh yeah, this song's so good. He's here till the end. That's right.
We're gonna win. I'm so excited we're all here. I love the sound of those hometown cheers. Men, women, girls, and boys, get on your feet, make some noise.
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play. We've got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some football? This song fucking rules. I don't care what you say.
Pride, independence, and tradition, strength. The Texans are about to march. Toros getting ready to charge. It's football time in Houston.
Come on, Clay.
Oh, we're ready to play.
Oh, fuck yeah, Clay.
No time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today.
About to get kicked off. Titans getting the ball first.
Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some
And we are underway. Titans at their own 27 to get this started. All right, that's enough Clay Walker for everybody. Christian Watson says, please, please, no. LOL. Listen, we do not have enough Clay Walker in our lives. Shout out to Mustang Boy, and shout out to the very many people who are joining on TikTok for the first time. Hopefully you don't leave me. We appreciate you. Javi Goodtime says on Instagram, missed you at T-Bone's last night for some karaoke. Yeah, I didn't do it. All right, we got first down. Handoff up the middle. And like 3 to 4. Throw to Calvin Ridley for a first down. Ridley's had a disappointing begin to the season. I know this because he's on my fantasy team. Titans have had a lot of dropped passes to open up the year. Also, their offensive line isn't very good. You might have remembered Texans-Titans last year where Will Levis got sacked like 8 times at NRG Stadium. Tennessee still won that game. Javi says that he took the Texans in his survivor pool today. I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have. Will Anderson almost sacks Cam Ward. Oh, fuck. More big plays downfield, and that's Jalen Petrie attempting to cover. Man. That is a big play that you cannot let the Titans get because you do not want Cam Ward to build confidence. Flea flicker. What the fuck was that? Oh! Texans ball. They calling that a forward pass? Is it grounding, though? How is that not intentional grounding? I mean, what's the harm in challenging it? To maybe get an intentional grounding, although I guess like if there's no flag on the field, they're not going to throw a penalty after the fact. What's up, Line Trash 03? Jeez. Dude's tough. He loves throwing across his body to the while rolling to his right, throw it back to his left. Oh, Jesus. He's lucky that wasn't a roughing the passer. Hand to the head. All right. 41-yard field goal attempt. Luis may have spoiled things in the chat. This is what I get for watching while streaming. Missed it. All right, guys. Well, let's take a breath and let's regroup. I'm going to be right back. Going to get some water and turn the AC down in the office. All right. Luis says, I think D'Amico should have challenged the incomplete pass call. Yeah. I mean, the arm was going forward. It was underhand. So I don't think it was a fumble, but I do think it was intentional grounding. Chris G asks, Paul, do you think the Astros will fire Espada? That's a very complicated question. Personally, I think the Astros should keep Espada. I think he did the best that he possibly could, given all the injuries. But I also know that Jim Crane has fired general managers after winning a World Series in James Click. Also interesting to note that I guess Dana Brown has a team option for next year. I think Brown did the best that he possibly could. So I don't think they should fire him, but I don't think it's off the table. I texted a couple of people yesterday, and I think everyone's waiting to see what they announce. I think there's going to be an end-of-season press conference on Tuesday. We'll keep you posted. We'll have some live streams, more Astros-related in the future. Luis, it's okay. You can put your spoilers in there. Everyone chat along. More chats, the better. Chubb up the middle. There we go. Good 8. So these refs not up to a great start. I think there's an intentional grounding that they missed on that busted flea flicker. Sean Martinez says, we got a strong independent woman on the broadcast. We officially suck. Yeah, when you got, I forget if it's Pam Ward or Beth Mowens, but if you have either of those two, I mean, this is the absolute last CBS team, I'm assuming, of broadcasters, which, if you follow the Texans long enough, you're probably used to it to a degree. All right. 3rd and 1. Ugh. Oh, God. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Jesus Christ. These fucking guys. Oh, my God. They didn't get it. Luis says, looks like it's going to be a 3-6 game. Yeah, who's going to score the 3? Oh, boy. This is why they shouldn't have gotten rid of the chains. You just got rid of the drama. This is just awkward. Everyone's sitting around with their dicks in their hands. Okay, here we go. This is lame. They're really going for it? Looks like they're going for it. Good. Fuck it. Fuck it. The season has been awful. There we go. You got it. Let's go. Greg Todd says, how are we doing? I can't get a stream for the game. It is 0-0. Titans actually moved down the field pretty easily on the first drive. They had a nice play. Cam Ward rolling to his right. He slipped Will Anderson. He threw it across the field to his left. Set the Titans up in field goal range. Texans slowed him down. Probably got away with an unnecessary roughness on Ward. Azeez Al-Shaair, the culprit. And then they missed a field goal. So now the Texans have the ball, and on their first series, they handed the ball off to Nick Chubb 3 times and then went for it on their own 41. You just saw Stroud sneak for a first down. Stroud to Schultz for another 9. Javi Goodtime says, feels weird not having to rearrange my entire October schedule around the Astros in the playoffs. A lot of people, I've noticed that over the last 24 hours, there is a sigh of relief that I'm not going to have to watch postseason baseball, which I'm not going to lie, it's kind of lame. I get it, personally, because covering this, it takes a lot of my time and my energy. But it's kind of lame that people are like, yeah, I could go with an October without playoff baseball. No, that's lame. You should be sad and upset that the run of playoff appearances from 2017 on is over. You should be mad about that. You know, they were 20 games over 500 on July 6th. Payne Moore says, I hope everyone took the under. Was it 33.5? Some play action. Stroud scrambling for about 3 or 4. Sorry, I'm taking notes on my computer. It's a little bit easier to do it this way than it was when I was sitting on the couch back there with the Jeff Goldblum pillow. Luis says he liked the quarterback sneak call. I agree with you there. The over-under for Texans-Titans was 39.5. Jesus Christ. That's so bad. All right, under pressure, sacked. We knew that was coming. God damn it. So 2nd and 6 becomes 3rd and I'm going to guess 14. Ugh. Oh, a stunt got a sack, Ross? Oh, my God. Nick Chubb. Jesus. Hey, what was the call? Did the ref make the call on the field? Is the ref's mic broken? God, it's like the F team for everyone here. Is that Woody Marks? Okay. So it's 0-0, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Hi, I'm Paul Gallant. This is the Gallant Says podcast watch party for Texans and Titans. A toilet bowl of sorts in the eyes of many. You can watch along on Instagram at Sports Gallant. Jesus. Jeffrey Simmons is really good. My God. Oh. Go for it again. They're going for a field goal. Yeah. Payne says the radio broadcast is yelling at Ingram, better wake up, LOL. That was awful. I don't know what the fuck that was. Awful. So at least they got on the board, but I mean, what a vibe killer. Common Sense 200 says, we're going to lose this game. Payne Moore says, I love field goals. Calculon says, I got Fairbairn. Common Sense says, 0-17. We got some TikTok commenters. Blake Jackson, 338, says the O-line coach needs to be fired. It is pretty crazy that they rolled into this year with a guy who was a part of the offensive line coaching staff, right? And Cole Popovich. User, a lot of numbers afterwards, says, I don't want to see CJ under center the rest of the year. Only shotgun? I don't fucking blame you, man. I don't blame you. God damn, that was brutal. Ugh. Anyway. Shout out to all you fine people who are hanging out with me on this Sunday. If you haven't already, please like this video on YouTube and subscribe. Or if you're more of a Twitcher, look for Gallant Says on Twitch and give me a sub there. You can also follow me on X at Gallant Says Pod, on Instagram at Sports Gallant, on the TikTok at Gallant Says. We'll be doing a post-game live stream separate from this one after the game is done. So make sure you're following and liking and subscribing for all that jazz. It's also available, the post-game stream, in podcast form afterwards, Apple and Spotify. Titans get to their own 35. We shall see what happens next. Good pursuit by everyone there, by Al-Shair, by Togiai. That's a nice way to put the Titans behind the sticks to open up their second drive. Al-Shair has played pretty well to open up the year. It's a shame he didn't get that one interception Monday Night Football against the Bucs. Common Sense 200. Maybe when we go 0-17, Casario will finally draft the lineman first round. He'll be gone if they go 0-17. They will definitely make a change if they go 0-17. Like, he's next up on the docket, as is probably both Nick Caley and Cole Popovich. Anyway, thanks for the coins on TikTok. I'm learning how a live stream goes. Houston Concrete Art and user 241. Primary topic is not gaming. It's fitness and sports. Come on. And the secondary topic is NFL. Does that work? NFL football. There we go. What's up, mother effing cornbread? Fair parent needs a statue outside of NRG Stadium. Just Devon Daniels. Yeah, it's a leading scorer in history. Missed that play. What happened? I'm guessing pressure caused an incompletion. Oh, fucking A. It's Timothy Shamalama Lama Lama Lama. Cologne ads are something else, aren't they? Le déjeuner exclusive. We speak en français. It's at Macy's. So exotic. Exotique. User 241-9629-139591 says incoming 6-0 or 3 and out. So expecting a field goal or a punt. They do call it football for a reason. Am I right, everybody? There's a reason they call it football. Greg Todd says Arkansas fired their head coach. That's fun. At least he's not the first guy fired. No, I like your username on TikTok. User 2419629139591 because it rolls right off the tongue. What else do we have here? Shout out to everyone hanging on in the chats. Imagine getting married before a fucking Texans Titans game. Oh my God. I hope they had a separate ceremony. Stroud bootleg rolls to his left. There we go. More of that. God, he's such a tank. Just trucked through that defensive back. He was able to stay in bounds. That's a touchdown. Yeah, he's wide open. Everybody. That burp gets a... It was a good burp. Come on. What? What is this graphic? what was that graphic? Now Pam Ward's talking about riding a bull. Hey, Pam. Yeah, of course, Ross, you're not going to fare well riding a bull because the guys want the guys to get off, but they want the women to stay on it. It's sexist, bull riding machines. They're sexist. They make it tougher for the men, and they make it very easy for the women. Is that Hutchinson? There we go. All right. Well, hey, guys, positives. First quarter's almost done. This game is moving quickly. Maybe we'll be done by like 2:30, and I can watch the good games today. All right, Woody. Okay. Okay. How is he not getting the ball more week one? How was he not getting the ball more in week one? That's an interesting play. That's the end of the first. All right, you know what? It's the Titans. They fucking suck, but I don't hate what I've seen other than that sack that Stroud took. You know? Not bad. Woody, Woody, Woody. Do we like that? How about this?
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play.
In the red zone, everybody. God, you know, these drug commercials are something else. No? Devon Daniels says, "Oh no, red zone, Fairbairn, get ready, LOL." Hey, be nice. This offense isn't off to the worst start ever. Is that Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bunny. Common Sense 200 asks, is it a Tylenol commercial? No. I think that was a Wingstop commercial, which now no longer featured Jalen Green, which they, for some reason, did nationally. I don't think Jalen Green's really a known thing. Oh, look at this. We got a Boston cop show. Yeah, this is Boston Blue. I used to be a police officer in New York. Now I'm in Boston. You ever been to Boston before? If you don't, you might not be up for it. You better be ready if you're in Boston as a cop. I watched The Departed last night for like the 80th time. Mother effing Cornbread says, Jim Bob going to go to Arky and give Aggies fits for years. I did see Jimbo on the ACC network at halftime of Syracuse Duke. Well, Syracuse was getting stuffed into a locker by Duke. It was, I felt for Jimbo very out of place, especially considering the buyout that he got. You're on the ACC network. You know what? Mark's getting the majority of the work today is encouraging. Oh, I guess that was Chubb. Oh! Had them both. What do we got? 3rd and 9. Here comes the field goal, huh? Virginia, the Ryder Cup is over. We lost. Based off of my very limited knowledge of it. Over the middle. Nico, way short of the sticks. Yep. All right, you were right. Field goal time. Stroud's got to hit that throw. He's got to hit that throw. That's got to be a touchdown right there. Yeah, fans are booing. I don't blame them. User 2419-629-139591 says Amber Rose did something to him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. But I did think it was funny that they protested as much as they did after the fact. Not Santa asks, why am I not at NRG Stadium? That might happen in the future. There's some T's that need to be crossed and I's that need to be dotted. Yeah, Virginia Bunweed, I saw that. That does not look great. Luis says we might win today, but the offense is not looking any better than the prior weeks. I disagree to a degree. It's a very low bar to clear. I think it actually has been a little bit better. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to get myself a little more coffee and use the little boy's room. Will you have game 162 on the screen? Asks Not Santa. Hell no. I ain't watching no more baseball this year. I'm done. I'm actually very excited about that, too. I mean, look, I wanted the Astros to make the playoffs, and I think it's kind of lame how many Astros fans are seemingly relieved that the Astros made it, but there's no way in fucking hell I'm watching the last game of the year, especially if Lance McCullers is on the hill. I can only be let down. Playing the Angels, you know? Ryan Lawson, Texas asks, Paul, why do the Texans only have the bad plays in the playbook? I think there have been some better plays today. I would say to this point, the reason the Texans did not score touchdowns on their first 2 drives are because of whatever the fuck they were trying to do on that one play where Ed Ingram just completely forgets that Jeffrey Simmons is right in front of him for the quickest sack we've ever seen Stroud take. And then Stroud just missed those 2 guys down the seam. He had Jaden Higgins and Dalton Schultz open for 6. Didn't throw to either of them. So I don't think it's the plays. Right now it's the execution. Luis says NRG looking kind of empty. Are you surprised? On X, Ryan Lawson, Texas says, why isn't Woody Marks the featured back at this point? I think that will be a talking point throughout the week going forward. Oh, my God. It's bad tackling there. Another fun flea flicker. Texas did a good job defending that. That's a nice play. His last name is Dyke. That's fun. Island Boy Wonder says, damn, your legs are white. Yeah, dude. I'm fucking white. What do you want from me? Oh, it looks like I nicked myself shaving, I guess. Yeah, I'm really white. Sorry. What do you want me to do? Get a fucking spray tan? I leave that to the girlfriend, who looks great when she gets the spray tan. 2nd and 14. Texans swarm!
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play.
Nice. Hunter with a sack. All right, this game looks like it's going to be a rather decisive victory for a change, which it should. Titans are poorly coached. If you watch the Gallant Says podcast, which you can catch at noon, you can catch at noon, weekdays, until about like 1:30 Central Time or so. Subscribe, rate, and review on Apple and Spotify. Earlier in the week, we just outlined what a mess Brian Callahan specifically has been, their head coach. I think he's going to be the first head coach fired in the league. So you should win this game by a lot. Okay. Let's go Noel. I think Noel's got some talent as a returner. And he's got to get the ball more on the field, as does Jaden Higgins. Like, it's time to start using the rookies more. Why the fuck did you draft them, you know? Okay. Ryan says, Paul, you got to get an antenna to watch these games. Yeah, I theoretically could get an antenna to watch it on the TV in here. That actually might make a little bit of sense because I am watching on the Fire Stick and I'm well behind. Let's see. How much does a TV antenna cost? Oh, this ain't bad at all. I think I actually have one. I haven't used it in a while. We'll try that out for next week. But it's a good call, Ryan. I am far back. D. Silger on TikTok says, pass rush so good. Pass rush has looked good, at the very least. You got something going on for you. Oh, there's the cat. Hi. What are you doing, sweetie? Anyone like my CBS theme? I like the old CBS theme. Anyone remember that one? Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na 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 na. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stroud almost got killed. Ari, do you like the singing? Do you like it? Or do you want to leave the room? That's why you're acting all cute. Come here, Bubba. Oh, rally cat, rally cat, rally cat. What are your thoughts? What do you think? What do we think about what's going on, babe? You do not seem to be helping out. What are your thoughts? You just want food? You just want some yummy chicken? All right, come on. Get out of here. It's absolutely in that box with all the spare wiles you'll never use again, but refuse to throw away that everyone under the age of 30 has. Do you see it behind me? I guess it is at the corner. I'm going to try to take it in because now I don't have any money. I might try to get it, some wire. Some copper wire parts, like I'm a meth dealer or a meth purchaser. God damn it. Third and long short of the sticks, of course. Of course. Here comes the punt. All ugly like a you-know-what. Can't say that word in 2025. Ross, don't say you're surprised there's booze here. Don't say you're surprised by the booze. Come on. It's underwhelming effort. Almost got it inside the 10. All right. I'm going to let the cat out. At least the punting. Yeah, that's true. The punting is better this week. That is better. How many losses before Nick Caley gets fired? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to. I don't think they would do it before the bye week, which coincidentally comes after the Ravens game. Not bad. Want to get out? There you go. Johnny Ledesma on TikTok at Gallant says, this offense is terrible. It's time for David Mills. Bro, stop with that. We're not going to do any rage bait. Don't you remember the Davis Mills era? It was terrible. He's not good. Is he good as far as backups go? He's one of the higher paid backups in the league. But come on. No. We gotta be honest, right? Just a little honest. Switch to Twitch so you can also look at the Twitter feed. Yes. Yes. Well, I think you can see all of it on here, right? No, maybe not. Seems like most people are watching on currently Instagram. Not Instagram, just kidding. YouTube. But I don't know. I don't know how any of these fucking numbers work. Humming. All right. Oh, boy. Here comes... Looked like it was going to be a bailout. Oh, nice. Another 3 and out. Sorry, I just got sucked into a rabbit hole of that Mormon or Church of Latter-day Saints church. Jesus Christ. X is a depressing place. As is our country. Am I right, everybody? Everything's bad. Nothing is good. The Texans can't get to the red zone either. A bunch of kicks to the left and the right. 0 for 4 in the red zone. It seems like that's a fright. CJ and Jordy comments, these Texans on offense remind me of the David Carr Texans. I mean, I would assume that there's more expectations attached to this offense than the Carr era. Henry P. on TikTok asks, how do you feel about the Astros? I mean, they were so injured and banged up this year. The fact that they were 20 games over 500 at one point is a mini miracle. He also says we need a new play caller. Jacob Ross says more Brock Osweiler. Come on. Roj Alcozer says on X, drinking coffee while watching this horrendous offense in hopes my blood pressure doesn't go up. What's up, Ian? Calculon says should have started Penix Jr. over Stroud. I'm guessing that's a fantasy football reference. See, more fucking Woody Marks. Jesus. Sorry, I'm taking the Lord's name in vain on a Sunday. Sorry, guys. I try not to do it. I realize some people don't like it, you know. Common Sense 200 asks, now on X, what's the Titans' defensive rankings? Probably bad. I think they've given up 30-plus points a game this week. So I'm assuming in terms of scoring offense or scoring defense, they're close to the worst. I think the Ravens are actually the worst. So at least there's that. There we go. Yeah, Mark's looking good. Flag. This is a hold. Ian Lindblom says cripple fight. Titus Howard called for a hold. It's his second off the top of my head holding call against Titus Howard that I can remember in the last 2 weeks. I think the one that he was called for against the Jaguars ended up getting called back because of offsetting penalties or something. Or it was declined. Jacob Ross asks, where is Christian Kirk? He's on the field. As is Justin. Yeah, that's Dalton Schultz. Sorry, look, white guys look the same sometimes on TV. O'Brien gave me shit once because I confused C.J. Fedorowicz and Ryan Griffin from the 8,000 level while talking about an Osweiler interception, and then actually refused to answer the question. I'm like, dog, I'm watching from the fucking outer space. I actually do have a better view here than I do at NRG Stadium. Okay. 4 wide. Marks is... short of the sticks. Go for it. You went for it. You went for it in a situation that didn't make a whole lot of sense on your first drive, right? 4th and short at your own 41, 8 inches. 4th and 2 at, where are you at? At your own 48, you didn't go for it. Like, I don't understand why this one, in the eyes of Ross Tucker, is so much more of an obvious go for it. Marks up the middle, there we go, first down. Jacob Ross says Marks is starting to touch the ball. Get him and Kirk more involved. Yeah, I'd like that. CJ and Jordy says the Texans offense is the Astros offense on Instagram at Sports Gallant. I'm not gonna go that far because at least the Astros have an excuse. I think that's offensive to the Astros. But the Astros have not scored a lot, and while they've been semi-healthy over the last couple of weeks, I think the Texans, like, there's really no excuse. You got enough players on this team. Collins off the field on this play. And Chubb's back in. Chubb for, like, 2. Man, the first half's almost done. Greg Todd says, finally got to stream him. I'm ahead of you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add an antenna in here at some point in the near future. I'm gonna have to do that. We'll figure out a way to do it. I can probably install an antenna on the wall on one of those panels right there. Ryan Lawson, Texas says, these bitches are having a mid-off. Over the middle. There we go. Ian Lindblom says, comparing the Astros offense to the Texans offense and the Texans offense to the Astros offense, equally offensive. Jacob Ross says, Mark's starting to touch the ball. Wait, I already said that. I already saw that comment. Shout out to everyone who's been watching along on the TikTok. Got a lot of viewers thus far, a lot of likes thus far. Shout out to everybody. They call it timeout here. I'm seeing already. Yeah, I'm seeing how far I'm behind on the NFL playlist. At the very least, you know what's coming, and you get to see my live reaction to things that you've already seen. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to get a little bit up in, a little bit ahead of the game. Common Sense 200 says they're close to Fairbairn range. Yeah, you may as well stop in case you lose a yard here, which I know the Texans are going to. Ryan Lawson, Texas says, the good news is you're about to see the dumbest Stroud sack ever. Great. Awesome. Throw it away, dog. Throw it away. Throw it away. You stepped up in the pocket. Throw it away. You're in field goal range almost. Now it's going to be 3rd and 17. Ugh, this team sucks. I'm going on vacation to Oregon on Tuesday, so we're not going to have any live streams Wednesday through Friday. I'm probably going to do some pre-recorded posts that have nothing to do with any current events going on over the course of the next week after the fact. So stay tuned for that. But like, I feel no guilt about not having one of these for Texans Ravens. And not even watching Texans Ravens live because I think the girlfriend and I flying back Sunday afternoon or night. Ian Lindblom says, this is the only way I can consume Texans content. Watching it gives me brain cancer. Trey of Texas says that sack was on Stroud. Yes. Paul is like those special sunglasses for watching the eclipse. CJ and Jordy says, I'm a Packers fan on Instagram at Sports Gallant, and watching this game makes me feel so much better about any game the Packers have had or will have had for future games. This Texans offense is straight trash. Yeah, it's bad, everybody. It is bad. Come with me, and we'll see a world of terrible football. If you use your imagination, you'll still feel like hell. Sorry, we're improvising here. I'm just riffing based off of songs that are stuck in my head due to a little thing called the earworm. I haven't watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with the Gene Wilder one. What have there been? 3 remakes now? I haven't seen the Gene Wilder one in quite some time, but I don't feel great. 3rd and 17. What are the odds the Texans convert? Some strong, powerful, independent women. That's neato. Not as neato as my girlfriend, though. Senor Teasy says on Instagram at Sports Gallant, time to send Slowick the "What are you doing?" text. Well, the way you sent it, it sounds like a you up kind of text. Are you sexually attracted to Nick Caley? To each their own. To each their own. But like WYD text, it's suggestive in nature. All right, 3rd and 17. I mean, may as well quick kick, right? I've seen Syracuse football do that a couple of times in situations like this. All right, rolls out to his right, throws it out of bounds. Okay. No way. He got his feet down? Jesus. How? I gotta move my ring camera for a second. I don't know. I don't know if there's conclusive evidence to overturn it. CBS, especially if you have the CBS F or G crew, you're not going to have the best cameras. You clearly don't have the best referees for this game. So I don't know if they're going to have a conclusive enough replay angle to overturn this bad boy. Ryan Lawson, Texas, thinks he toe dragged. Ian Lindblom says, watching the offense is like watching Elliot Radgers trying to pick up a date. Who's Elliot Radgers? Elliot Rodger was a British and American mass murderer. Okay. Well. I don't think that's the right one that you're referring to here. Dwight 2001 says there's still a lot of work need to be done with the Texans organization, starting with CJ. Yeah, CJ's been inaccurate, and I think he's feeling pressure in a way that's led to him being a little less accurate with his passes. Ryan Lawson, Texas, says that he's the UC Santa Barbara shooter, and he was an incel. Okay, so that was a dark joke. Anyway. He hated women because he was an incel. Bad joke. Okie dokie. Trey of Texas says, bro fat-thumbed that message. Hugo Garcia asks, is Kaylee making it through the season if this keeps up? I don't know, man. Paul, see what happens when the greatest baseball mind in Houston doesn't request things. God does not will it. Yeah, I should have demanded the Astros to win the remainder of their games, but honestly, I just don't give a shit anymore. I'm tired of this baseball season. I understand how Astros fans aren't, but it's been interesting just to see the amount of collective relief that there's no playoff baseball. It's kind of lame, honestly, but I do understand it as someone who himself is a little bit sick of baseball, specifically this year of baseball. Why was there Irish music playing in the background? They overturned it. Yeah. Not surprising. Oh, boy. Come on. Jesus. Whoa. What a fucking terrible punt. What the fuck was that? Townsend's having an off year. God damn, man. Baker B22 asks, will there be any nudity on this stream today? If so, when? Well, it depends. Gotta pay me. Do you want to see nudity? I don't know if you want to see nudity or not. But when you're unemployed, you resort to sad and pathetic things to get a little mule. All right. So Conquo gets 5 yards, 52 seconds to go, second and about 5 for the Titans. Abby Lieberman Comedy asks, do you think Alex Cintrone stays? I mean, there's going to be some changes, so I would imagine the Astros hitting staff ends up getting got, but can we please, for the love of God, get rid of the fucking training and medical staff? How do these fuckers have jobs and I don't? Like, that makes me more angry than anything. As someone whose head is already on a spike, at least temporarily, I would like to see somebody else's head on a spike to make my head on a spike have company. Trey of Texas asks, Pauly G resorting to OnlyFans now? Some people have actually, in the sports take world, I believe, started putting their takes on OnlyFans. Ryan Lawson, Texas says, your head is on a pike, not on a spike. Fuck you, Ryan. You get what I'm saying here. Okay? You get what I'm saying. Oh, boy. All right, 3rd and 6. I thought he was going to catch that. 3rd and 6. I hate watching Texans football, but that's what I've had to do for most of my life in this field. Give me a gun. I'm just kidding. I don't want to get this thing pulled down for making jokes about suicide. That's a metaphorical suicide. Okay? Don't do the suicide. It's bad. It's not good. I'll tell you that. Come with me and we'll see that this game is a bag of AIDS. Oh, my God. Throw to Calvin Ridley, and they're basically in field goal range, although the Titans kicker does seem to suck. Ugh. Yeah, they might lose this game now. We are in that territory. Robert Sportsnut says, this is brutal to watch. Yes, you're right. It's very brutal to watch. I'm not having any fun at all. Don't you like how I'm smiling like a crazy person on the verge of going on a rant or a rampage? Texas football, everybody. It's so fun. Oh, my God. Fucking God damn it. Oh, it's incomplete. That's neato. Nice play. Is that Kamari? It's the first thing he's done all year. What do we have? I just got Venmo'd $5. What does this get me? Let's think here. By the way, my Venmo's at Paul Gallant, I guess. Do we want to open that up? What does $5 get you? I guess let's leave that up to you people. YouTube, Twitch. YouTube at Paul Gallant, Twitch at Gallant says, Instagram at Sports Gallant, TikTok at Gallant says, and on X/Twitter at Gallant says pod. What does $5 Venmo get? Like, I don't want to get the video pulled down for nudity or anything like that. Show feet? Ooh, okay. Wait a second. Do I have any erotic music? Ooh, let's try this. I'm gonna show a foot. Oh yeah, look at that foot. Look at that foot. Oh yeah. Wait. Let's look at that foot. K-May wants to see chest hair. Here you go. Boom. Can you see it? Can you see it? Boom. Okay. What? They're paying me money. Do you want me to do nothing? Do you want me to do nothing? They paid money. It's better than this fucking game. That's for goddamn sure. All right. 3rd and 10. I'm going to turn the music off. Hopefully we don't get copyright struck for that. Carlos Correa, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the chats on YouTube at Carlos Correa. All right. I'm going to miss another field goal at least. This guy's swole. Jesus Christ. I missed it again. Jesus Christ. This game is so fucking bad. Woof, man. This game is just awful. All right. Well, we're at halftime. Izzy Moz 24 says, Paul, we need CJ. The more games go by, the more third-round picks we are losing. Izzy, you're gonna have to clean up the typos there. I had a tough time understanding that one. All right, so D'Amico said, got to get rid of the football first. Then brought up the pressure. In a little halftime interview. Izzy Moss says, I'm 9 beers deep. Sorry. It's okay. We appreciate you. We need to trade. Is that what you're saying? Again, I'm having a tough time with that. CJ and Jordy says maybe get Amber Rose on the sidelines to get CJ focused. I don't know. That might be distracting. Cam is 7 for 17. BVB says this is the most boring game ever. Pop Trunks 1 says Nick Casario. Yeah, it's not great. Chris G, I'm not impressed with the first half by the offense. One of the worst defenses in the NFL, and you're struggling to do anything. Yeah. Nick Casario win as if this was a throwaway season. They did not think that. They did not think that. All right. Guessing I got to use less hashtags. None of my posts get anything on X. It makes me sad. Very sad. But it also might be because I'm so far behind watching along on this game. And Stroud's limping, too. Great. Great. It's such a terrible day. Everything is bad. What if Davis Mills comes in the second half? What if that happens? Black Eighth Element says the Ravens would beat our ass if we play like this. Yes. And the Ravens are also struggling. Texans fan Jay says this is not looking good. Going to be a long season. Carlos Correa, I'm really thankful of Carlos Correa's weighing into the Texans. We need to boot Nick Haley and work on that offensive line. Payne Moore says that this game has you on the edge of your seat with excitement. Well, because you're saying that, I'm going to give everybody a little bit of music to get you excited, okay? I'll be right back. Put some Clay Walker, everybody.
Texans, get up and scream. It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play. We've got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some football? It can rain, it can pour, it can snow, I don't care. I'm here till the end. The spirit of victory flowing round in the air. We're gonna win. I'm so excited that we're all here. I love the sound of those hometown cheers. Men, women, girls, and boys, get on your feet, make some noise. It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play. We've got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some football? Courage, pride, independence, and tradition, strength. The Texans are about to march. Toros getting ready to charge. It's football time in Houston. Oh, and we're ready to play. We've got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas.
Ryan Lost in Texas says, how much money do you think Cal McNair wasted to pay Clay Walker to make this atrocity? It has to be at least more than the $5 you got to show feed, right? Hey, it's a great song. I don't know what you're talking about. You know? J and D Fishing Pro says, we suck so bad for real depressing. What else do we have? Let's take a look. We're on TikTok for the first time, in case you didn't know. How about that? You know what? Fuck yeah, Houston Concrete Art. I got 1,000 likes. 830 total viewers. I'm not gonna lie, I did not think that anyone would watch along on TikTok. I really didn't. This is the first time I've done it. Brad asks, how much to sing the chorus of Wonderwall? I'll do that for free. Ryan Lawson, Texas says, let's not ignore the fact that my wife says you sound like a Batman villain. Well, guys, I'm getting geared for the second half because this game's been rough. So here's what we're gonna do. We got a little whiskey, got a little Pendleton. I used to endorse Pendleton. Actually, gonna go to Pendleton next week. We got a little coffee, and I'll tell you this. You know what goes great with coffee? Pendleton whiskey. Paul, that's an alcoholic thing to do. Fuck you. Suck on my balls. America. Fuck yeah. Let's, hang on. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to sing it. I'm going to try to sing the entirety of Wonderwall while I drink this Pendleton whiskey coffee. Pendleton whiskey. We do not approve of what Paul Gallant does. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. There you go. Donald Samuel says, sad that this karaoke is better than this game. Elijah Sandlin 4 says, nobody wants to see you stream the game. Sir, I got 1,000 likes, so suck on my balls. If you like what you're seeing on TikTok, or hearing especially, why not share this on your own TikTok? Who says it's only a game? I don't know. Also don't know. With me now, Astros baseball. Today is thankfully the last game. See, Elijah Sandlin 4 on the TikTok. You stupid son of a bitch. This is what you get on this live stream. This is what you get. This is entertainment. Pure entertainment. People are requesting Creed. I mean, fuck it. It's better than the Texans game. What's a Creed song that I'm not that familiar with? Anyone have a Creed request? Anyone? Bueller? We'll play anything here. Because I'm not allowed. There's a lot of songs. Like, I know that Clay Walker Football Time in Houston song, and I know that Astros Baseball, who says it's only a game song. I know I can play those songs and not get copyright struck. I am truly shocked by how many likes this got on TikTok. Like, is this good? This is the first time I've done any live stream on TikTok. Do I have more followers out of this? No, I do not. I do not have more followers on this. That's not surprising. I do not know how TikTok works, for those who do not know. Someone wants Puddle of Mud. Blurry. What part of that song? Everything is fake. Everything is so messed up. Can you take it all away? Can you take it all away? Brandon says this singing is better than the Texans' offense. Well, it's good, right? Oh, God. Well, Stroud at least will play in the second half. I was wondering with the limping if that was a potential concern. God, what an awful game. Sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I got to cover the Patriots or a team that's ever won anything. Okay. Jalen Smith, that's not a terrible return. Sorry. Excuse me. You can't say anything about it. According to the Gallant family tradition, if you fart or burp and you say, excuse me, right afterwards, no one can say a thing about it, no matter how much it reeks, how pungent it is. Can't do it. Hey, Brian, you going to get fired after the game? Huh? Yeah. The bagel on the board. Okay, Nick Chubb. Hammer the rock, everybody. Hammer the rock. Brandon says, I need a Nico Collins touchdown to keep my 6-touchdown parlay alive. That's a fun parlay. Charles asks, Astros AJ Hinch reunion. I think he just got an extension from the Tigers. I see some people are talking shit. So they were talking shit about CJ Stroud and his hat. He did not wear a hat going into today's game. And now they're talking shit about CJ Stroud with the basketball at warm-ups. Okay, yeah, give the ball to that guy a little more and see what happens. No? He's got some speed. Jalen Noel reverse for 2. Come with me, and we'll see. It's a world of terrible offense. It won't get better anytime soon, in my estimation. All right. 3rd and short. That was a nice catch by Chubb. That was not a great throw. I thought AJ Hinch did get an extension. Could have sworn I saw that this morning. Oh, he's expected to get an extension with the Tigers per Bob Nightingale, but if the Astros position becomes available, Houston would consider reaching out. So they're going to pull an Alex Cora like they did. I don't know that Hinch is going to get more out of this team than Espada, but it does seem like the sexy hire that panders to the fan base that Jim Crane's all about. So, 1st down. There we go. Just running the ball. Hammer the rock. Hammer the rock. Brandon says Dana Brown needs to go. Medical staff needs to go. Hitting coach needs to go. Everyone but Espada. I think Dana Brown should stay. Honestly, I don't think Brown's done anything wrong. You know, like some of the contracts that are stuck on the books, they're not his fault. Like Woody Marks, let's go, bro. Oh, he was completely stuffed. It looked like. Seems that we might be heading towards field goal stuff again. Third and 1. Let's see. What's going to happen here? Oh, Jesus. Lost like 3 yards. They ain't even throwing that drive outside of the ones at Chubb. Oh, here comes a field goal. They're booing. Ross really sounds like he's setting this up for failure, and he missed it. That's actually funny by Ross. God damn, guys. This is fucking brutal. Charles asks, Paul, would you want AJ Hinch? If it becomes available, sure. I mean, I don't see what firing Espada does. I think he did the best he could this year, but hey, if Jim Crane wants to just go full pander to the Astros dynasty, go ahead. Brandon says this Patriot-style offense has never worked outside of New England. Well, don't some people think it's like the Rams running game and the Patriots passing game or something? Baker B on Instagram at Sports Gallant says, Human Clay by Creed was released on this day in 1999. No shit. 26 years old. Can we get some dialogue going in one of the greatest albums in history? All right. Well, yeah, it's better than the fucking game. Hang on a second. Human Clay. Oh, you can get the 25th anniversary deluxe edition. The second studio album by American rock band Creed, released September 28th, 1999. Pre-9/11, goddamn. The album earned mixed to positive reviews from critics. It was a massive commercial success, peaking at number 1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and staying there for 2 weeks. The album spawned 2 singles that peaked in the top 10. Higher, which peaked at number 7. With Arms Wide Open, their only number 1 single. Higher was never number 1? The album had 4 music videos. Higher, What If, With Arms Wide Open, and Are You Ready? What if, what if, what if? I'm looking at it. I feel like I like their second album better. Yeah, I think My Own Prison's a great song. So I guess that was before Human Clay. And then Weathered was My Sacrifice and Bullets and Hold Me Now. I'm 6 feet from the air. I'm there. Oh, yeah, the game's back on for those who give a shit. Oh, God, I'm so tired of covering this shitty team. And that's how I feel right now. They're 0-3. I mean, shit. Like when Pam Ward and Ross Tucker are shitting on this game and probably disgusted that they're having it. Yeah, Brad, that is shocking that Hire never made it to number 1. Hans Chu asks, how is this worse than the Jaguars game? Well, you see, there's no touchdowns. And there were some touchdowns in that game. Not many. Bad tackling. You remember that song for the Spider-Man movie in the early 2000s? Creed had a Spider-Man song? Oh, you got a blitzing Petrie off the edge. Nice play by Petrie. That was well timed. He is good at that. Maybe not great in coverage, but that was a nice play. Got one more coming. Excuse me. Oh. And they say that a hero can save us. Isn't that Nickelback? This person is saying this in Brandon is saying this in reference to Davis Mills being the hero that can save us. That's by Nickelback. Yeah, Hero is a Nickelback song. Don't confuse Nickelback with Creed, both of whom I appreciate and I think are hated on more than they should be. That was some good coverage by EJ Speed there. Okay. A for Lus MC brings up Seether. Yeah, Seether had some songs, huh? Want to just talk about early 2000s? Was it metal? I'm running a draw play on 3rd and long for a loss. Nice. Okay, so I think the Titans will punt here. Seether songs. What do we got? Oh, Fine Again. Yeah, that was in Madden. Want me to sing that? I forget which Madden it was in. 2003? What Madden was it in? Yeah, Madden 2003. See, I'm musically challenged, but since I played a lot of Madden growing up, I do remember some songs from that era. And Fine Again by Seether. That could be actually some good background music for this abomination of a game. All right. Houston 7, own 17. Let me play this one. It seems like every day is the same and I'm left to discover on my own. It seems like everything is gray and there's no color to behold. They say it's over and I'm fine again. Watching Texans Titans, trying to stay sober. Feels like I'm dying. Watching Texans Titans. And I am aware now how Texans Titans ain't fine. One day too late, I'm in hell. I am prepared now. Texans Titans is not gonna be fine. One day too late, just as well. Awful. I guess, like, is this what the stream's gonna become during these watch parties? We're gonna do like 2000s music covers. I'll just improv a little bit and add how this game's fucking miserable into the lyrics. We could do that. God damn, this is brutal. Oh, the Black Rabbit. Just Jude Law's doing streaming shows now. User 241929139591 asks, let me get Jeremy Pena. Jeremy leadoff hitter. Jeremy Pena. The entire Astros offense. Jeremy Pena is playing the last game of 2025 today. There you go. Brandon asks, I'm cool with it. Next week, same time. I have a feeling Brutal won't cover it next week. Next week, I'm going to be at the airport flying back with the girlfriend from Oregon. I am meeting the girlfriend's parents. Very excited to do that and hang out on a farm for a week. Looking for jobs. I'm probably going to have some pre-recorded shows for everyone to consume. And whether on YouTube at Paul Gallant or on Twitch at Gallant. I don't know if you can air a pre-recorded episode on Twitch. Instagram at Sports Gallant. I don't know if you can do pre-recorded on that. We're not posting to Facebook anymore. What's the point? Seems like I get absolutely no traction whenever I go on Facebook. That was a nice little chip by Nico there. Ugh. But what is that play design? At least this game's almost over. Billy Boy, Bill O'Brien called a better offense than this. Trey of Texas says, Paulie's dating a farm girl. Bro's getting married soon. She lives here, but she's from Oregon originally. I'm jealous. She's been posting some cool stuff. They have a pumpkin cannon on the farm. I can't wait to blow some shit up with that. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, the running game is definitely better with Woody Marks. I agree. Definitely got to be Woody Marks going forward if we got anything positive to come from this game. Andrew says it's football time in Houston.
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play.
Do you think this adds to the look if I look like I'm ripping a dart the whole game? This is a prop. This is a fake cigarette, but I'm just gonna pretend I'm smoking to get through this game. Stroud. At least he scrambled for a first down there. I already muted you, says, I've been impressed with Woody Marks. That's it so far. Chubb! 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 I got a Chubb. I got a Chubb in my front pocket for you. Why don't you reach in my front pocket and see what I do? Give a little squeeze, say, how do you do? Oh, flag. Number 60. Andrew asks, hey, Paul, what time is it again? That's a great question.
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play.
Yeah. Is that my dog, Andrew? The Andrew I know? We gotta play some flag football soon, dog. But would us at flag football be better than this game? All right, Marks, let's go. Huh? My live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason violates community guidelines. What the fuck is this? OPI. My TikTok has been restricted. Thanks, China. Is it because of the singing? Is it because of the suicide references? Singing Creed is why. That's lame. What are the themes? Please tell me. What are the themes? I thought that America owned it now. All right, marks and 1st and 30, tackle for loss. Booze. I feel like Ryan Lawson, Texas, what you're suggesting would actually make me get kicked off of TikTok, right? Like, isn't TikTok pro that specific group? Is it the feet, says Greg Todd? I don't know. Good question. Oh, he got him. Nice. Let's go. Is this going to be brought back by a hold? God damn, he's so good. L'Jarius Sneed. I guess he knows who he is now. Yeah, nice little joke by Ross Tucker. I mean, he might not have known who it was. He said who? Greg Todd says, just don't throw anything for getting kicked off. Do we want to watch that video? We could watch that video. We could do that. Let's see. Do I still have it here? For those who didn't see the infamous moment where I had a little temper tantrum in the middle of a live stream this week. Where is it? Got it somewhere. Let's go. The sound has been off for a little. I'm gonna put a couple of references out here. For those who don't know what happened, Paul was so mad when he had himself on mute. I felt bad for him. Let's watch it. For those who didn't see it, you could even hear how loud it was. The sound has been off for a little bit of time. Fun. Awesome. Where's Mapes when you need him? Great point. Great point, everybody. How long has this been going? Must have been when I hucked a loogie. Jesus fucking Christ. This has been a great fucking show today. 5 minutes. Motherfucker. God damn it. Anyway, I think that was a great transition. Like, don't you guys want to have fun while watching the live stream? Sorry for giving you free entertainment. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was frustrating. I could not get focused the rest of the show. That clip is how I feel after the 3rd and 1 call. I'm probably going to keep that as a drop going forward. The sound has been off for a little. I'm going to keep that as a drop going forward. Oh my God. Fucking A. Are you serious? Are you serious? Hey, Paul, how do you feel about that 3rd and 1 play call? Anyway, the sound has been. Nope, that wasn't it. That's how I feel about that call. That's how I feel. All right, they're going for it at least. All right. Stroud sneaking's working. That's at least nice. Ryan Lawson, Texas says, at least your hair looked great. No, I look like shit there. I didn't shower that day. Got up too late. Texas offense is causing me to smoke a fake cigarette. That's right. That's right. Till our offense gets better, we're gonna just look like it's like I'm a reporter from the 1980s. I'm typing very loudly. Stroud to Collins. They're in the red zone. Oh, my God. For the 5th time this year. I mean, shit. I think that is like a post-sex celebration. A post-sex cigarette celebration worthy. No? Andrew asks, Paul, I'm at the airport in Mexico. What time is it? This is pretty wild that this is the first red zone trip of the game for anybody. In the 4th fucking quarter. What an awful game this has been. Paul asks, I already muted you. Am I a fake Texans fan if I started watching Red Zone for my mental health for the rest of the year? No, go ahead. Ryan Lawson, Texas. Paul, that was absolutely a one-hitter pipe and not a fake sig. No, it is a fake sig. I literally bought this online as a prop. This is a fake cigarette. Look at it. I actually do not have any cannabis smoking devices of the flower variant in my house. Because it's illegal, and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is thinking about my well-being. He thinks about me. Don't you see? I already muted you, says, I really didn't mind Ross Tucker, but he's kind of been insufferable today. Yeah, the foreshadowing's not been great. I like Ross Tucker a lot. Because I've actually, interviewed him a couple of times. Tap that screen, help Paul stay on TikTok. Yeah, like the video and say that that's a bunch of liberal bullshit. Houston Concrete Art asks, how's my love life going? The new lady still going? Yeah, longest relationship of my life. We have exchanged L-bombs, and I'm going to meet her parents on Tuesday, flying up to Oregon for her cousin's wedding over the weekend. Are we going to get a touchdown? Come on, baby. Yes! 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 Let's go. That's exciting. Texans are going for 2. What a game. What a game. Oh, my God. That was short of the goal line, too. Throw the glass. You want me to throw the glass? Because of that call? I can't. They scored a touchdown. Come on, guys. Can't we be grateful? Can't we be grateful for things? Fine, I'll do it. God damn it. Fine. Okay? Fine. Brandon says, should have gone to Nico Collins. $15 would get me 400. You got time left. You got time left, buddy. You can watch along. The Gallant Says watch party on TikTok at Gallant Says, on Instagram at Sports Gallant, on X at Gallant Says Pod, on YouTube at Paul Gallant, and on Twitch at Gallant Says. How about that? How about that? YouTube rather slow. I think next time we do this, and we will not do one next week because I'm going to be mobile, we will add a antenna to the GallantSays.com studios. So that will be a little bit more current as things go. Anyway. Look at this drug commercial. What is this called? Bien zealous? You know what would be better than that? Smoking cigarettes. You know? Just send yourself to an early grave. Smoke your lungs out. What is the time of possession stat? Holy shit. Yeah, 3107 to 1358. That is a lot. CBS, that's all they're getting for Big Ten football now. Houston Concrete Art says, I'm on the team, Paul. Been a long-time listener from 97.5. Great luck with the new shows. Appreciate that, man. Were you just humming Les Mis? Yes, I was. I'm sorry, I'm a musically inclined man. Some people don't like that. They think it makes me a gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I am what I am, okay? Am I zesty? Probably. Probably. Fashionable, that's for goddamn sure. Handsome. Got a lot of things going on in my favor. I'm just going to talk like this for the rest of the show. I'm going to smoke the fake cigarette backwards. Ryan Lost in Texas, if you want me to sing, you're going to need to pay me some money. I'm just going to talk about this for the rest of the day. Charles asks, did you hear what Dana said about Joe Espada's job status? Let's see. What did he say? We got a false start for the Titans. That's neato. God, they really gave him the B team for today's game. What did he say? Dana Brown said his spot is under contract for next year. Quote, we're going to take a complete look at all our operations. Credited Espada for doing a good job, pressing a lot of the right buttons. Yeah, I agree. I think Espada should be here next year. I don't think changing manager is going to fix it. Get rid of the training and medical staff, though. Another flag for the Titans, who are starting to fall apart. I'd very much be open to playing the next James Bond. I don't know if I'm hot enough to do that. Like I'm a good-looking guy. I think I'm better than a twink. Some people call me a twink. I don't like that kind of thing, but you see, I would be totally down to play James Bond. I have a lot of free time right now. I already muted you, asks, how bad do the Ravens spank us next week? Is it Baltimore next week? Yes. The Ravens' defense is not very good, but yeah, I would not feel great about this. False start and block in the back. El Mago says, I'm sad about the Astros. Yes, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Why, did McTaggart say something different than Chandler Rome? Because I saw that from Chandler Rome. God, this game's so boring. Yeah, it's same quote I just said. Oh. No, yeah, I basically gave you the in a nutshell Brown comments. Boom, smoked. Nice hit. Is that MJ Stewart? Nice tackle. Ooh. El Mago says we need Nolan Ryan back at pitcher. How old is Nolan Ryan right now? Common Sense 200 says you're not British enough. Pierce Brosnan was Irish. James Bond, best James Bond there was. Yeah, being a British person would be hard for me though, because I despise the British. As a Irish American and as a French Canadian American, like they've just persecuted all of my blood. Part Scottish too. Get him, get him. Oh, he's gonna scramble for a first down. He's elusive, that guy, Cam Ward. Ryan Lawson Texas says, Paul paid me $1 for Fiddler on the Roof. If I were a rich man, you want me to sing? If I were a rich man, lyrics. Let's see. If we had an offense. Hey, Derek Stingley, an interception. All day long, I'll watch the Texans play offense while they're on defense. Hey, I wouldn't have to watch this game and feel a collective sense of dread. Hoping the Texans can get close to the red zone, setting up for a Kaimi Fairbairn field goal. I'd build an offense that scores in the red zone and also gets to the red zone. Touchdowns are better than field goals. And on every fourth down, I wouldn't put Tommy Tonzone in because he keeps on fucking up like this. Screaming at the kickers day and night. There we go. All right, I might put a Venmo tag on the stream so we can get paid in alternative means. But we appreciate the money. Thank you for the donation, Ryan Lawson, Texas. Derek Stingley with the interception. There we go. That should probably do it with the way this game's gone. This game's probably over. Never underestimate the Texans' ability to fuck a game up, but woof, this is a tough game. Houston Concrete Art. Stingley needs to play receiver. I think he'd be good at receiver. He's banged up. He's playing with an injury of some sort. A friend of mine, two of my friends, I have a group chat with a couple of Patriot fan friends. I said, I'm watching Texans Titans. Someone said, I'll say a prayer for you. You should watch that game Bird Box style, blindfolded. Just based entirely off of the audio of Ross Tucker and either Pam Ward or Beth Mowins. I really do not know. Ross Tucker, CBS, play-by-play team. This is going to sound sexist that I think two voices sound the same. Beth Mowins. Yeah. Why couldn't we get Chris Lewis, my friend from college? I love Chris. Good dude. Thank you, Ryan, for the donation. Houston Concrete Art. This is lower than the D team. This is the F or G team. This is the lowest team. I already muted you, asks why can't we get J.J. Watt? Well, he's the 2 team, and you know this team isn't good enough. You know, like we're not going to get Romo and Nance all year, Houston guy Nance, and we're probably not going to get J.J. Watt all year either. Yeah, and apparently I already muted you. Watt's doing a great job from what I hear. He's really good at picking things up from afar, and Iron Eagle, unlike his low-energy son, Noah Eagle, who was foisted on us on NBC last night. I can't believe how low-energy he is. Also his toupee, it's so obvious. But Iron Eagle's actually pretty funny, and J.J. Watt plays straight man with him. It's a pretty good combination, seriously. Which is saying something because Charles Davis, who was his predecessor, was pretty damn good too. All right. They should have just dumped it off to Knoll there instead of that play. 3rd and long. Here we go again. If I were a rich man. All day long I'd be a rich man, and I would not be a poor man. Hey, I wouldn't have to be a man. It sounds like a trans song. All day long. Fuck, now that song's stuck in my head. Thanks, Ryan. How long are you streaming today? You gonna do Ravens Chiefs? No, I'm gonna do a more professional post game show in a little bit. So once this game's done, I'm gonna record my little in a nutshell recap of the game, and then we'll do a live stream for 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to take care of some shit that I need to get done before I go to Oregon over the weekend. But we will have a live stream also tomorrow at noon. We'll probably talk a little more about the Astros either on tomorrow's show or on Tuesday's show. I don't really know what more I can say about this game. I already muted you. That was Harrison Bryant. 2,000 likes on TikTok. Did not see that coming. Shout out. I don't know how that. Hey, Christian Kirk sighting. Oh boy. Ooh, yep, that's horse collar at least. Paul, Greg Todd says taking the Paul G show on the road. No, I'm gonna reset. We're gonna have pre-recorded shows, so I don't know if I can pre-record and post to Twitch. So it'll be on YouTube, I think. Or they'll probably be like little 30-minute quickies. But yeah. Not taking it on the road yet. I got to figure out technologically how to take it on the road because I've been having some technical issues. The last time we did the live stream in the other room in my place with the girlfriend, things didn't work out so well. CJ and Jordy says on Instagram, you know why the run doesn't work? Stroud can't run faux shit. He's one-dimensional. He's got some legs. They're just running the ball all game today. That song is stuck in my head, dog. Ah, great. Is Woody Marks hurt? Third and 3. Oh! Snap the ball. Oh! Boom! Boom! Red zone touchdowns? Oh, wait, they weren't in the red zone. They weren't in the red zone. Let's go, though. Jaden Higgins, the rookie. Hey, you're throwing the football. He might be open. How about that? Game over. Let's get a little blouses, bro, here. Oh, that was easy. Well, this game's probably over. How about that? What a wonky score, 19-0. First catch of the game. Oh, that's a relief. At least we can watch this game and not pay very close attention, huh? That's nice. It's a little more relaxed. Charles says, I wonder how bad the Texans are going to lose against the Ravens. It's probably not going to be great. Probably not going to be great. Let's take a look at some stats for this game. 18 first downs. That's nice. 5 of 13 on third down. Not so nice. 306 yards to the Titans, 156. 34-19 time of possession to the Titans, 16-15. Less penalties, just 4 today. No turnovers. So that's nice. Here are the Texans' rushing stats. You would think that they would be better. Woody Marks got the bulk of the touches, 15 carries for 48 yards. 15 of them on one run. Nick Chubb, 10 for 41. So they've run the ball 30 times for 102 yards. Oh, boy. God damn. Stroud, meanwhile, is 21 of 26 for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those are pretty good numbers. 80% completion percentage despite the inaccuracy. Nico Collins, 4 catches for 79. Schultz, 5 for 30. Higgins, 1 for 24. Kirk, 3 for 20. Jawwick says, Kaylee pissing me straight the fuck off. Common Sense 200 says, okay, Houston will go 1-16. Who you got for Ravens Chiefs? I think the Ravens defense is an issue. Did you see Marlon Humphrey doing a podcast after the latest Ravens loss to the Lions Monday Night Football? I think that their offense, the Ravens, is really good, but the Derrick Henry fumbles have certainly hurt. But the Ravens defense is a real issue for them right now. So I think the Chiefs are going to win. What's the spread for that game? I think the Ravens are favorites. It's at Arrowhead. I actually did radio in Kansas City on Friday morning. Ravens are 2.5-point favorites at DraftKings Sportsbook. Ryan Lost in Texas says, I've been paying more attention to making jokes on here and jokes about this stream than with my wife, than the game, if I can be honest. Good. Good. Did neighbors get hurt? Did I put Cam Scatabo in? Oh, wow. Chargers are kicking. The Giants are kicking the Chargers' ass. 21-10. Eagles are up 31-20 on the Bucks. That's not surprising. Patriots beating that ass for the Panthers. I can't remember the last time the Patriots won a game by a lot. Broncos up 20-10. Saints hanging around in Bills Saints. Atlanta leads Washington 31-16. Chargers just scored a 54-yard touchdown, so now it's 21-16. Neighbors tore his ACL. Damn, that's a bummer. How about them Texans? Yeah, they're winning. Well, fuck it. I mean, listen. By the end of the afternoon, the Texans are going to have the same record as either the Chiefs or the Ravens. I kind of want the Ravens to win, so the Ravens are coming off that game feeling all high and mighty. Yeah, that guy's getting fired. There's Brian Callahan after Kevin Zeitler got called for a hold. First and 20. Tackling, come on. Oh, wow. Another play. Oh, man. That's his first touchdown pass? Not that impressive.
That don't impress me much.
It's like a shuffle pass. But they are winning. Get him. Is the Clay Walker song equal to the Astros trombone? No, it's better. Shout out to Ryan Lost in Texas's wife making lemon pepper wings. Those are good. Jesus Hernandez says we should be up way more. For sure. For sure. I'm with you there. But hey, this has been a pretty dominant victory, and it's about time that we see something like that. All right, 3rd and long. I'm going to take a leak after this play. Maybe get a iced coffee. You may want to wait, Paul. Did they convert this? Oh no, he escapes. He's running, and I think he's short. Yeah, he's short. But they got to go for it. Man, that was a hell of an effort by Cam Ward there. Thank you very much, everyone watching along on TikTok. Got 2,111 likes. That's really cool to see. 1,246 total viewers. Love that. YouTube at Paul Gallant. Twitch at Gallant Says. Facebook at Paul Gallant Sports. Instagram at Sports Gallant. And on X/Twitter. Ah! Deflected pass. Let's go. First down, Texans. Togiai's had a good game. Nice play. Are we going to a commercial break? Do I get to use the little boys' room? CJ and Jordy says, next live stream, I'll Venmo you some money to DoorDash an El Tiempo margarita. I think, well, actually, I am close enough to get one. There's an El Tiempo right around the corner for me on Westheimer. I guess we're just going straight through. I think they want this game to end too. Titus Howard getting called for a lot of holds. Excuse me. Incomplete. Houston Concrete Art says, we beating the Ravens next week. Bring them on. Well, I hope so. I'm not holding my breath, though. Not holding my breath. Excuse me for the sneeze. I'm sorry about that. Ryan Lawson, Texas. All right, so 3rd and 17. Woody Marks is back in the game. That's neato. That's splendid. That's wonderful. And, oh, wow. Very quick. Ooh, that's a nice screen. Oh. That is a first down. First down, everybody. That was a nice screen. Let's go. Oh, goddamn! Woody Marks! Let's go. That's I mean, it was already over, but now it's officially over. All right, I'm going to pee. I got to pee. At least the losing has paused. Yes. Facts. Everybody's, while I go pee, I'm going to give you a song. BRB.
Texans, get up and scream. It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play. We've got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some football? It can rain, it can pour, it can snow, I don't care. I'm here till the end. The spirit of victory flowing round in the air. We're gonna win. I'm so excited that we're all here. I love the sound of those hometown cheers. Men, women, girls, and boys, get on your feet, make some noise. It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play. We've got no time to lose now. It's red, white, and blue today. Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some football?
Still playing? Oh, it is. Song's long. Kane Moore says, well, thanks for getting that song stuck in my head.
Pride, independence,
It's a great song.
tradition, strength. The Texans are about to march. Toros getting ready to charge. It's football
Did that guy break his neck? That looked awful. It's red, white, and blue today.
Welcome to the greatest city of all, Houston, Texas. Are you ready for some football?
What a banger. Baldo, shout out for the follow. Appreciate everybody hanging out on TikTok for the first time for a live stream at Gallant Says. On Instagram at Sports Gallant if you haven't liked that already. We're also on YouTube. Like this video and subscribe at Paul Gallant. On Twitch, also at Gallant Says. And on X/Twitter at Gallant Says Pod, P-O-D. If you have any thoughts, you can send me an email, gallantsays@gmail.com. You can also give us a phone call on the Gallant Says voicemail line at 281-836-3912. Again, 281-836-3912. Is the... how's the U.S. doing in the Ryder Cup? Are we winning? Is it close? Brent Monty says this song is awesome. Yeah, I love that song, and I don't love it ironically at all. I just love it. Shout out to whoever gifted me on TikTok. I'm still figuring out how the TikTok thing works. Sounded very old as I said that, didn't I? Ward threw it away, 3rd and 2. Davis Mills time? Oh, they're punting? What a bunch of pussies. That's a white flag and a half. I'm going to sing another song because I've played a little bit too much Fallout in my life. By the ink spot. 3 Days Grace, Insane Clown Posse. Fuck off. It's all over, but they're crying, and nobody's crying but Tennessee. Friends all over know they're trying to make you forget that Brian Callahan's their head coach. It's all over, but the dreaming, poor little dreams of Cam Ward being an elite quarterback. It's all over, but they're crying. And the Titans can't get over crying over themselves. God damn, I got a great voice. Woody Marks. Oh, Nick Chubb. Okay. I'm okay with the Texans winning a game like this. I know a lot of people would like to see more passing, but clearly Woody Marks is one of those guys who you can give him a couple of carries and he's gonna have explosive every now and then. God, I think I had him on my bench in fantasy football. I can't even imagine how well he's done today. Oh, man. Got a lot of points on my fantasy bench this week. Jay Adams 93 says, better hope the Ravens beat the Chiefs or we'll be playing a very angry Ravens team next week. Yeah, I'm kind of the same mindset. Also, I will say this though. I'd rather the Chiefs win because I have new listeners and followers from Kansas City after filling in on radio there on Friday. Shout out to the fine folks of Kansas City. Oh me. Woody, there's a snake in my boot. Marks has 25.9 fantasy points. Yeah, he's doing all right. There's a snake in my boot. We might have to pull that as a drop. We might have to, especially if Woody Marks has a good year. There's a snake in my boot from Toy Story. Do not call it a comeback. Were you just singing Valerie? I might have been. I don't know. I don't remember at all what I was doing moments ago. It's the perks of ADD and brain damage from the CTE from playing football back in the day. At least I like to blame it on that. I like to. If you love to travel, hi, look, it's me, Jennifer Garner. I'm still doing Capital One commercials. I'll never leave your life. Remember I was on that show Alias? Remember I was with Ben Affleck and then I wasn't with Ben Affleck, but now I might be back with Ben Affleck again? Watson on a stunning episode of Watson. Sherlock's alive? Wow. The world's greatest detective. I thought the world's greatest detective was dead Sherlock. Returns. God, how many network TV shows are there? Are any of them good? Would you watch that? Probably not. Greg Todd, the guy who went to the NFL headquarters with the gun, got diagnosed with CTE. Yeah, not surprising. Ryan Lawson, Texas says it's the fake cigarettes. That's absolutely one-hitter pipe. This is not a fucking one-hitter pipe. Look at this. This is like, look at this fake ash. Look. Wouldn't that go off? Havit's Toy says yes, they needed this. I agree. Let's see. Was this a good punt by Tommy? Wow, yeah, that was a great punt. Oh! An actual good punt. God damn. All right. Excuse me. I keep on burping today. I don't really know why. It might be the eggs I had. Leaving Cam Ward in. Oh, safety. I think that's a safety. Challenge it. They're just going to kneel. Yeah, it didn't seem to work. Crime Stat Chad, shout out to you with the Texans covering. Greg Todd, I mean, they can instant review it. They should have reviewed it. That's what I meant. Throw a challenge flag anyway, too, just to be annoying if you're D'Amico. Hell, you could argue they could be 4-0. Ryan lost to Texas. They would probably say, like, oh, if we didn't have C.J. Carter-Johnson. And that's it. One win. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone who joined in on this live stream. If you haven't liked and subscribed on YouTube already, do it at Paul Gallant. You can do it on Twitch as well, at Gallant Says. Give me a sub if you're a Twitcher. Twitch is where we generally have the most active chat. You can follow on Twitter and /X a couple of different ways at Gallant Says Pod. Instagram at Sports Gallant. And shout out to all the TikTokers who joined for the first time. This was our first journey on TikTok. Definitely a lot more active than on Facebook. We're going to be back in, I'm guessing, about an hour or so to do a official post-game live stream. But thank you so much for joining. Your support means a lot. If you're not able to tune into that live stream, we do the Gallant Says podcast live weekdays at noon. On all of those same platforms, you can get it after the fact. And this post-game live stream that's coming up on my podcast, the Gallant Says podcast. Look it up on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Subscribe, rate, review, all that shit. Until about an hour or so from now, so long, farewell, and have yourselves a